Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. We're focusing on the economy. Well, now we're joined by Tijani Abdulsalam-Ogueyi, who is a chartered accountant and financial consultant. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I know that we are, the government is putting in place certain measures to get us out of the situation where we are now. But one area that a lot of people like to see some improvement is the ease of doing business. The government has also spoken up about that, but there are several things that need to be done. Let's start from your perspective in terms of what you've seen and where you think we can immediately begin to address things.
Thank you, Chamberlain, for having me once again. Now, the ease of doing business is not enough for the government to sound off. People who are outside, they have to be convinced. They need to know and they need to see that the government, they mean what they say. And there are a few things too that has to be addressed very urgently to give examples to those investors and both within and outside to see that the government, they mean business. The government has to be serious about getting people to be accountable. If you break a contract or if you break the law, you need to know, the government need to show that they mean what they say. And they are serious about making sure that what is written and what is signed is followed through.
Okay, pardon me. We need to go for a quick break. Okay. We will be back in a moment. Welcome back. We were talking about what you think the government can do so that investors who will look and see, okay, well, if I can see these signs, I think I can invest.
Yes, thank you very much. We were talking about enforcement, the things that should work in a sane society. People should respect contracts that are signed, integrity of contracts, and they need to see that happen in Nigeria. And when you break it, there has to be consequences. And for me, in a recessed economy like ours, there are 4 quick things you may have to choose to do. Either a combination of all 4 and some other ones. You can decide to take a loan because you need oxygen to be able to, for your economy to breathe again, for people to get into productive functions, for the services to be rendered. You need I can borrow. You can liquidate some of the assets that you have so you can rechannel the proceeds into fast growth areas for assistance.
Growth areas.
Yes. You can decide to renegotiate some of the contracts that you have already signed and tell your creditors that, look, if we continue like this in another 3-4 months, I won't even be in the position to pay you. So we need to negotiate this so you can free some funds and reinvest. You can go into concession. That I will just dwell on it for another 1 minute because we have a whole lot of wasting assets that we can go into concessionary contracts. National Theatre, for instance, in Igomu, that project came on over 40 years ago. It has a master plan. That National Theatre that you're seeing is not even standing on less than 10% of what is supposed to be an entertainment city. A 5-star hotel, a cultural arcade, a water park, you have plaza, employing tens of thousands of Nigerians. Now, sometime about 2 years ago, the federal government actually went into some, open bid to concede so that fallow land can be developed. And a preferred bidder actually emerged. Everything has been done. All the T's has been crossed. All the I's has been dotted. ICRC has already issued a certificate of compliance. The next stage is just for the minister to present this project to the Federal Executive Council. They approve, and the agreement is signed, and they mobilize to site. Over 70 billion naira is waiting, already collected, already shown to all the parties. Federal Ministry of Finance.
Collected by who?
You know, you have to show...
By the preferred bidder?
Yes, the preferred bidder has to show financial strength, among other things. A 1 billion naira bid had been posted. The day that agreement is signed, National Theatre cashed 1 billion naira. Now, since August, for instance, this should have been presented to FEC. For some reason, everything has gone into the cooler. Nobody's talking, nobody's saying anything. Only last night, somebody called me from South Africa, one of the parties that provided the finance. That how do you run a country like this? How do we operate like this?
Well, there are several other. I mean, talking about concessions.
Yes.
We know in time past there used to be several court cases, but I think we'll look at that in the future in terms of what else. How can we move the country forward? And improve upon integrity and business integrity as well. But that's what we'll draw the curtains today. We have to thank you for coming on. Tijani Abdulsalam-Ogueyi is a financial consultant and a chartered accountant. We'll also end the program at this point. We thank you all for watching and for your comments as well. We will see you tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain. Also.
Thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Thank you too, Maokwe Ogun.